What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Broscast.
What's going on? Episode number 63. You know, I mean, that's a solid number right there.
Just solid.
We got 63 of them under our belt. We're about to have, 37 more, and then we're done.
Yeah, and then we're done. 100 is it.
We're cutting at 100.
Yep, we're cutting it at 100.
Well, today is February 15th, the day after V-Day.
Yeah, day after V-Day.
Harrison, did you do anything special for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, we went out to parents watched the kid for a couple hours. We went out to like a Full Moon. It's like a local seafood restaurant and whatever. And yeah, it was good. We had a couple of some delicious IPAs and
Nice.
I got some oysters and some crab legs and got like some scallops. Oh yeah, it was good. Got like some crab dip. It was delicious.
Awesome.
It was very delicious. Did you do anything yesterday?
Kind of. So, for those who are watching live, I'm in Florida right now. I'm in a closet in Florida at my fiance's parents' house. That we got down here Saturday evening. So we actually woke up really early Sunday, and I went out and got some flowers and chocolates and stuff.
Some chocolates.
Yeah, we had a nice breakfast, and then she kind of did homework and stuff, and I went over to the skate park, shredded a little bit, had some fun in the park.
It's a V-Day shred sesh.
Dude, Florida in the winter is amazing. I've never been this far south in the winter, but it's like 75 degrees.
It's like perfect weather.
Yeah, literally perfect. So we just spent a lot of time outside and just been hanging out,
Nice.
Yeah, so we played 3D World last night, co-op, and then we watched Avengers Age of Ultron.
Okay.
Because I've never seen that one.
That's probably the weakest one, I think.
Yeah, but it gave a lot of backstory.
Yeah, it does.
And even Hawkeye's family,
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say because the first one, it's pretty good, but it's just nothing kind of tops meeting having all the Avengers on the screen at once. It kind of led up to that moment, and then I don't think anything in cinematic history will ever top Endgame.
I remember.
I mean, just
being in theater and it just erupted.
That's kind of the sad thing about nowadays is who knows if movie theaters are going to come back, and watching Endgame at home versus in the theater when spoilers I guess for Endgame, but when Captain America picks up Mjolnir for the first time and just the whole crowd just jumped up. I haven't had an experience like that since Too Fast Too Furious.
That was the last one.
Yeah, well, in the first Avengers as well.
Yeah.
There are some moments like that, but I remember Too Fast Too Furious. That was probably the most it was so packed. People were standing up against the walls and stuff. It was crazy.
Which number was that?
The second one, Too Fast Too Furious. The one with
it was just the second one in the franchise.
And Vin Diesel wasn't even in it. It was Paul Walker and oh, what's his name? He's been in all of them since. Oh gosh.
The Rock? Not The Rock.
No, it's the black guy. I can't remember his name.
I don't know. I've never seen a full Fast and Furious movie through.
They're stupid, but they're fun.
I mean, I want to watch them. I do want to go through and watch all the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Every piece I miss, and I missed a lot of the Thor movies and a lot of the Captain America movies.
Captain America, the Winter Soldier is probably one of the best. Thor
Ragnarok was good.
Ragnarok was awesome.
Yeah,
that one's really good. Dark World isn't as great. It's not as good. It was kind of weaker, kind of like Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 wasn't that great either. And of course, Spider-Man. Spider-Man's good.
Yeah, I want to see Far From Home, but it's only streaming on Stars.
It's not on Disney Plus?
No, because Sony owns the publishing rights.
That's so stupid, man.
Even though Marvel has the character rights for the movies.
Yeah, they messed up a long time ago when they wrote that out to Sony, because like they have not let up with that.
Yeah, like I
at
read
all.
how much they sold. Like,
which is smart. I mean, they're making so much money on Spider-Man, so.
but Marvel sold like the Avengers. They sold X-Men.
Yeah,
They sold Spider-Man. Like they sold off so much stuff, and now
I think they were just hurting like financially back then. And then
back when superhero movies weren't very cool.
yeah,
in the Spider-Man 1 era with Tobey Maguire. I guess that's really right when it started like picking up again.
Yeah, it did. Those movies were pretty good. Three wasn't great, but I don't know if the rumors are true, and they're gonna have like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, like in Spider-Man 3. Like that would be so
Pretty cool.
wild.
They're pretty sick.
So who knows what they do? They keep denying it, but of course he do. So, but
We'll see.
other than Valentine's Day, how was the rest of your week? Did you do anything special for the Super Bowl? I guess we've talked since. No, we did the podcast was right before Super Bowl. Did y'all do anything special? Or
we hung out at the house and got pizza and wings and drank some beer.
Nice.
Watch Tom Brady do it again.
Dude, I loved watching like the videos of him like throwing the Lombardi trophy over like when they were like celebrating in Florida. He was like, did you see it?
I only saw the video of him stumbling out of the boat.
Oh, that was hilarious too. But he had like the trophy, and like he was on the boat, and like his other teammates were on another boat. They're like, throw it over, and he throws it to him. Oh my gosh,
that's so funny, man.
It was only a throw Tom Brady can make, and it was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of has the right to do that after 7 Super Bowl wins.
Yeah. I was pulling for him to win, and then but yeah, it was good. We went over to a friend's house that lives like right across the street, and they had like, because we were gonna do wings, but the guy had gotten some fresh wings or whatever, and had like one of those turkey fryers, and like was frying them up and stuff.
Nice.
And so yeah, it was a good time. Drank some beers. I don't like the ads weren't like super great this year, but I feel like they've kind of fallen off here recently, anyways. But
I just don't think I don't think companies were shelling that much into the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Just because no one was. I mean, not that no one was watching, because a lot of people were watching, but
yeah, I think it was the second highest viewed Super Bowl ever. So
wow.
So if they didn't advertise this year, they missed out.
Yeah, seriously. All right, you want to get into some games?
Let's do it, man. So we had some two notable games come out this week. Bowser's Fury and Little Nightmares 2, which I don't know if you've beaten Little Nightmares 2, but I have finished it.
You finished already?
I beat it the same day. I beat it on Thursday.
So it must be pretty short then, like 4 hours.
It's roughly the same as the first one, 4 to 5 hours. I think it's a little bit shorter, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah, I was playing it, and like I had played like 2 hours, and then we had ate dinner, and then we weren't doing anything, so I booted it up again and was like right towards. I could tell I was at the end.
So you just had to push through.
I plowed through it, man.
Dude,
I plowed through it.
I played a little bit more tonight. I'd say I'm past like the opening area of the game completely. Like I just got to the new place.
Okay.
So that's probably not super far in, but
yeah, I really liked it. I can't say if I liked it better than the first one or not. There's a couple of issues I have with the game. Is like the sense of depth, like the depth of field is kind of off a little bit. Like it's hard to see. Like there's a certain section of the game where there's a lot of moments like this in the first one, but you have to climb up something and you have to jump off that onto a rope. And I probably missed this rope 15 times before I actually hit it.
Really?
It's just like, just like the depth of field, because it's a 2D game. For people that don't know, it's like a 2D, like a side scroller game. It's something like Limbo or Inside or something like that. But there's you can go back into to the screen a little bit. Like it's got some depth of field. You can kind of move in and out, but you're still going left and right. So there's stuff like that, but it's hard sometimes to tell where you're jumping, and then also like if you're trying to balance on like a piece of wood or something, sometimes it can be kind of not off, but it feels hard to see sometimes. And
Yeah.
there's one particular moment in the game. It's not a boss fight, but you're running through this area, and there's like these arms coming out at you, and you have to kind of maneuver around them. But because the depth of field is strange, you get caught up when you don't think
You would.
you would, or you have to kind of make a guess at where you're at, like in the screen, and it's a little frustrating. I mean, luckily the loading times are like non-existent.
Pretty
Um,
quick.
I can't remember the first games like this though too. It's like where you reload and the character is sitting down on the ground, so you have to wait for them to stand up. So it's like
It's like that in the first game too.
Yeah, so it's a little weird that I would almost just rather have like a little bit longer loading screen and then just have be automatically there.
It's like artificial loading time.
Yeah, it's really weird. But again, it's like 2 or 3 seconds of animation and then you're right back into it. And the loading is so fast that it's
like
it's
5 seconds max
not a huge deal
before you're like moving again.
Yeah, but I mean, like all the monsters are great. Like, just it looks so beautiful. It's not necessarily like a scary game because like you die so much in the game just because sometimes you just don't know where, like you have to make quick decisions, and sometimes like the monsters can get you when you felt like they shouldn't, or you feel like you're farther ahead of them than what you are. But other than that, I mean, it's if you like the first one, I would highly recommend it. It's great. I really enjoyed it.
I'm liking it so far. I've had a little trouble with the timing with the first encounter when you're getting like shot at.
Yeah.
Like I keep thinking I can make it to and then I get shot like right when I'm getting to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments in that game where you think you can make it and then you don't. So
it's just the game's way. It's the game's way of telling you to do it another way, essentially. Because like I would try something 3 times one way and be okay, I'm obviously not supposed to do it this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really liking it so far.
How in terms of like, I don't want to spoil necessarily like the boss encounters, but where are you in the like terms of like your location?
I got on a raft. And
okay, so you're like just at the Pale City then.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm probably like 30 minutes into the game.
Okay, yeah, you're very early in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's only like a 4-hour game, maybe 4.5 hours.
I'm liking these short games lately.
Yeah, like I feel kind of bad because like I'm like the medium is like pretty short and I'm just like blowing through them and I'm like I feel like I should
savor
them, but like also like I really enjoyed the medium. I've really enjoyed Little Nightmares too. I think at some point, like maybe next week, we should kind of do like a little spoiler cast of the medium and like Little Nightmares 2.
Yeah, we could lump them together since they're kind of the same.
Yeah, because like I want to hear your thoughts on the ending to Little Nightmares 2.
Yeah, I can finish it by then.
Cool.
No problem.
But yeah, I mean you're so early that you probably don't have much to say, but like there's not much new with the game versus the first one. There is like minor combat where you kind of pick up, and it was in the demo as well, where you pick up like a pickaxe or like an axe or something, not a pickaxe, like a hatchet or an axe or something, and you use that as a weapon. And then they've also like incorporated a flashlight in the game too at some point, which if you've played the DLC to Little Nightmares 1, there was a flashlight mechanic in there, and it works. It's a different kind of enemy, but it works the same way. It can be a little bit weird trying to control it, much like that DLC. But that encounter that you have with the flashlight is a lot less frustrating than I thought it was in the first game. So that was good.
Wait, the first? I don't know if I played through that part of the DLC yet.
Okay, yeah, there's a part where you get a flashlight and you have to like fight these like shadow enemies.
Oh, okay.
But like they're so fast that, and the controls are kind of sluggish with the flashlight, that it's pretty infuriating. I died a lot.
Maybe I have, because I remember getting a flashlight.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've had that combat with it yet.
Yeah, it's not necessarily combat. It's just you're shining the light to get rid of them or to kill them. So, but with combination of that and then like the terrible loading times it was on the Switch, it was just like just a culmination of just infuriating. It was just,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, the Switch version was a little rough. I heard it's a lot better on, or for this, I heard the second game's a lot better on the Switch.
Okay, that's good.
And we're
that's
both
good.
playing on the Series X, but
Yeah,
I heard it's a little bit better on the Switch, which is good.
yeah. And I'm thinking about they just did like a big patch for Assassin's Creed. I might go back into it.
Oh, really? They
But
did?
yeah, there's like I think it came out today, or either comes out today or maybe tomorrow. But it's like a 12 gigabyte patch where apparently they fixed a lot. Like I read the patch notes. It's a lot of stuff.
Like all the screen tearing and
yeah, and there's like they added some new raids. Like it's like a mini raid event or something.
okay.
I might check it out. You still haven't beaten it yet, have you?
No. Not yet.
Not
Busy
yet.
playing all these 4-hour long games.
Right. But yeah, I think it's a great game. I think IGN gave it an 8, and I agree like pretty wholeheartedly with that score they gave it. And the same criticisms that person, I can't remember who reviewed it, but that person had with it.
Wow, so Little Nightmares 2 is better than Super Mario 3D World then.
Yeah, I don't agree with that score at all. 7, and like you gave that game a 9, like a 9, I think, like
9.6
years ago. And like, if it was, then that game is like 3D World has aged very well. Like it's a fantastic Mario game. So you have a great game plus, this
a great DLC,
a great like expansion. I don't get that score at all, but I don't know. Everyone's got their opinion, but
like that was just such an outlier. I looked at all the scores.
Yeah, it was.
They were
weird.
all like 8 between 8 and 10, and that was the only one that was a 7. So it was just so weird.
Yeah,
I mean it's subjective, but
yeah, of course, but yeah, that was a very strange score, I thought, and especially after playing it, because like I was a little worried. I was like, well, maybe this Bowser thing isn't really going to be that good.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess let's just jump into that. What are your thoughts on? We've both beaten it. We
both 100%
it. Yep. Well, how'd you like it?
I thought it was really cool. Like it was what 3 to 4 hours, I'd say, for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And like it went by really fast. I thought, a lot of the islands were pretty unique and had a lot of cool mechanics to them. I mean,
yeah,
they recycled some of the cat shines throughout.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of chase the rabbit. You've got those the Plessy courses, I guess, but those are kind of different. It's just
those are
of
pretty
like,
fun.
Yeah, minor like platforming over the water.
You have to chase the Luigi.
Yeah, chase the shadow Luigi.
I just can't be bothered by like those. I do not like those.
Yeah, and it's like
they did them in Sunshine and they were bad then, I think.
Well, it's like especially with because you can control. So I guess to kind of back up, it's a 2-player like co-op experience. You play as Mario, and then Bowser Jr. is like your side partner. And he can't really do much. I mean, he can like hit enemies and stuff. And then he can like paint over like these question marks, and like it'll give you like your power-ups or whatever, like your Tanuki suit, the cat, whatever, the boomerang, there's fire Mario. But if you go into the settings, you can like kind of control how much use he does for you. So if you turn it all the way up, he'll like destroy every enemy in your path. So like for instance, with the Luigi chase, I didn't do anything. I just chased him and kind of kept up with him, and he would damage him and beat him up.
Yeah.
And then the cat shine would come directly to me. So it wasn't a huge issue.
Yeah.
The only kind of like frustrating experience I had with it is like waiting on Bowser itself, because like there's blocks on every level or island that you have to, it can only be destroyed by Bowser's like laser or whatever, his fire beam or whatever it is. But I found out that you can use the Bowser amiibo and it instantly spawns him and instantly takes him away.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so like that's what I just kept doing, and it sped up a little bit of time, because like sometimes it takes a while for him to spawn.
Yeah, I got to a point where I would just I would have him blow up one block, and then I would not get the cat shine and go to another thing, and try to have him do that one as well, just to knock out 2 and 1.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I really like the Bowser sequences and stuff. Like the boss fight is not super hard or anything. And I really like how like the levels change, and it almost makes like getting through the level a little bit easier sometimes, versus than if you actually had to do it yourself, because those blocks drop down and kind of like add additional platforms and stuff, which was really cool. It was a nice balance, because like once he comes down and like the guitar riffs are playing, and like you get like that like minor like kind of death metal like screaming in the background, which is really cool for like a Mario game.
Great music in this.
Yeah, like just overall, man, the package was just really nice, and I like, if that's something they're gonna do like more in the future, like a bigger version of that, like I'd definitely be down for it.
I think the next Mario game could be kind of seamlessly connected like this, where there's no loading per se, and it's just all big one map that you're uncovering, or I don't know how they would do it, but just one kind of big open world map like this would be really cool. And I mean, this is something I would want to see again in the future, or see them do like a standalone title like this.
Yeah, definitely.
It was fun,
like,
man.
Yeah, it was a really nice treat. I did not expect to have this much fun with it. I will say that I did play co-op with my son. And of course, he wanted to be Mario, so I was controlling Bowser Jr. And it's weird, because if you're both using like either a Pro controller or like one of those GameCube controllers, you can both control the camera, which kind of makes it disorienting sometimes, because I mean, and it worked out because like he can't control the camera that well, so I would kind of have to control it for him. But then sometimes he would control it while I'm controlling it, and it got a little weird. And then like the fact that when you're playing co-op with this, it doesn't split screen it or anything, so you're
I was wondering,
tied, you're tied to Mario. So I mean, you can go further out and do kind of some stuff, but without having like full control of the camera, it's really hard to do anything. So it's more of like you stay with Mario and you kind of fight enemies, because he can't collect cat shines. Now, he can collect coins and stuff like that, and like the little cat shards that you get, but that's about it. So it's not a great experience as far as co-op goes.
So it's definitely like a little sibling type of co-op.
Yeah, it's probably the most, like, out of all like the kind of 2-player Mario stuff, it's probably the best, just because like Galaxy, that co-op mode is like, it's like non-existent, and same with like Odyssey, like controlling Cappy is almost worthless. And this is a little bit better as far as making like the co-op partner feel a little bit more useful. But it kind of just gets in the way, to be honest. So
yeah, that's good to know. Well, how have you been liking 3D Worlds, the game?
I loved it. We played. I was telling you at the top of the show, but we all played co-op, and it was super hectic. But my son, he's used to playing it by himself. He's beaten it like 3 or 4 times on the Wii U, and he just wasn't used to it. All the other people playing and getting the stars and the power-ups before him. And he really hasn't played too much Mario in a while, so I think he just probably wasn't quite used to it. But he threw like a huge temper tantrum and was just super mad about it. And then we tried playing earlier tonight, and I mean, we probably died like 20 times on like the very beginning of the course, just because he kept trying to get this power up and like jumping around and jumping off the level. And then it was pretty frustrating, and he was getting mad and stuff. So I was like, you know what, we're not going to play anymore right now. But I played a little.
He's good by himself, right? Like he
prefers it by himself. But I was playing for about an hour last night and killed like two worlds. So it goes by really fast, but those levels are so much fun to play.
They are, man. I've been playing co-op with Alicia.
Yeah.
And she's not a gamer, but she likes playing games where the stakes are low.
Yeah.
And where she's not gonna like bring me down, which I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever.
But it's been really fun because every time I tell her like not to do something, I'm like, all right, there's this like little thing where you step on a block and you're in this room and a bunch of gold coins are showering down on you and you have to like jump across and grab them. So I told Alicia, I was like, all right, you're just gonna jump across, don't fall down, just keep jumping across back and forth. And she's like, what? Then it started and she like immediately jumps into the hole. It reminds me of game, kind of game prompts with Aaron playing with Dan, and Dan is just kind of like aloof and doing
just the worst.
Yeah.
Well, that's like we were all playing and Brittany had like ran off like to continue the level. I was like, no, we were missing. There's a star back here. Like I was like, we gotta get everything. But it's fun. I might see if she wants to play some more with just us because it'd probably be a little bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you guys have not played this game at all, definitely worth the $60 between, I mean, 3D World was already fantastic, and the Bowser's Fury just feels really good. I mean, it feels like Odyssey with, without like Cappy, really. I mean, you get full 3D control. You don't get to do like the somersault jump, which is kind of weird, or like the triple jump.
Yeah, that
was kind of odd. Like you had like the somersault like backflip kind of jump. You had like the long jump and stuff.
It's so kind of missing some kind of staples of Mario.
Yeah, which I guess you don't need it really.
Yeah, you don't really need it.
Oh, and then I guess the last bit to touch on Bowser's Fury is I love the fact that you get to collect power-ups and you get to hold on to them and use them whenever. That was so handy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I needed like. Yeah, I guess I mean it makes sense because like different shines will require like one will require like a cat suit, one will be easier with like a Tanuki suit.
Yeah,
I have like 5 of each of them handy at a time.
Yeah, and they give you like a lot of options with the levels too, because like there's one level, Nick, that it's one of them was that you have to get a key or whatever, and they do it a lot throughout the game, but you have to get a key and you have to bring it, and usually it's like at the top of the level and then you have to bring it back. So there's one level where it's got like the spinning platforms or whatever, and it's got like the lava on them.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? So what I did in this one specifically is I grabbed, there's the little flying cap square box thing that you can get where you can like launch yourself up in the air and kind of float. Mm-hmm. I got that. I used that and got all the way to the end of the level. And then what I did was I grabbed the key and I lost the hat, obviously. And I jumped down and landed on the wall next to like the water because you can't touch the water when you have the key. And I just walked back. I skipped all the rest of that platforming. It was awesome.
That was a tough one.
Because I was like, I don't want to have to do this. And then I was like, maybe I can do it. And I was like, let me just try it once. And I jumped off and landed perfectly and just walked back. And I was like, yes, I beat it. I beat the game.
It's usually one of those things where you spend way longer trying to do it the easy way.
Yeah.
Than doing it the hard way. So I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was like my first try, and I was like, yes, this is awesome.
That was one of the harder islands to do.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy game. It's not too challenging.
Overall easy.
Yeah, but I really liked it. I really liked just the fact that it was like kind of open world, and then you get Plessy, the water dragon thing that returns from 3D World, and like she can just go on the land and stuff too. So it's like it doesn't give you like a lot of restrictions with her.
Yeah.
And then of course the ending of that game is kind of satisfying, but
yeah, it's a good way to end it.
Yeah, I mean, but final thoughts on Mario?
Really like it. I don't know if it's like it. If you didn't want to replay 3D World and you just want to play Bowser's Fury, I don't know if it'll be worth it for $60, but like for both of them, I think it's pretty worth it since we're probably going to play through 3D World again.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely plan on plowing through 3D World because it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, great game. I just want to touch briefly. I've been playing a lot of Kaylee got an Oculus, the Quest 2. So we've been playing a lot of Beat Saber.
Nice.
Fun. So fun.
It's a great time, man.
What? Yep,
What difficulty are you vibing on
I've
now?
been rocking some expert. I haven't
Nice.
played as much as she had, of course, but yeah, playing some expert and like yeah, when you get into the groove and you're just, it feels so
feels
good,
good.
man. It's nothing quite like it. But yeah, that's a fun game. And if you have an Oculus Quest 2, I'm sure you have this game, but it's good exercise too. Like especially when they get you to duck in and stuff like that and kind of jump to the side, like you really do feel it after you're done with the level.
Oh yeah.
I kind of wish there was more songs on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $30, so it's not like it's crazy expensive or anything, but and there's only like what 20 songs maybe.
Probably 20 songs.
And I mean, they're all like kind of dubstepy songs that you probably never heard of before without purchasing like the separate packs. And even those are like 20, $25. So it's like just as expensive as like the main game. So it's pretty expensive.
I mean, it's just like Guitar Hero Rock Band where songs are like $2 a piece.
Yeah.
It's pretty expensive. I bought the Panic at the Disco pack and then the Imagine Dragons pack just because there's a lot of like songs that I know and Alicia knew. So we had fun playing those.
Yeah, she ended up getting the Climb too.
Nice.
Or like I know there's a second Climb coming out, but she got the first Climb.
The first one.
She's been playing that, and then she was like, "Well, what other games can I play?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, you spent all your money on this thing, so I mean,
kind of out of luck."
Yeah, you kind of out of luck.
Play some demos.
Well, she's been playing the Super Hot demo. Playing through that, and then I'm thinking about like maybe getting that Walking Dead game at some point. When I don't really have much to play, so I might pick that up. And I think we have like a 25% off code that they gave us for getting an Oculus, which is cool.
Nice.
So we might get something like that. But yeah, other than that, that's been it. Tell me about Blue Fire. Tell me about your struggles, your trials and tribulations.
We talked about this last week, and I told you I'd gotten through 2 dungeons, but I had heard that there weren't any left and that it was kind of just boss fights.
Yeah.
That was pretty much true. Except I had to like go back to different areas and do some like collectathon type stuff.
Okay.
So there was a lot of backtracking, and one of the major frustrations with this game, and it's kind of paired with the fact that you have to do a lot of backtracking near the end, but the game will crash when you warp to a different shrine. And not every time. I'd say like 20% of the time.
Still,
but that's
much.
A lot.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing like 10 warps in an hour. I mean, that's 2 crashes.
Yeah.
So that was frustrating. And then I got to one of the last bosses, and you're kind of like jumping between 4 platforms, and the boss is in the middle, and then there's this spinning blade that'll spin around and you have to jump over it. So that'd be fine. That would be like, and it was an easy boss. The only problem is there is mathematically not enough time between the blades for you to heal. So like if you lose any health and you're trying to heal, you can't, because you like the boss was just designed so poorly that you don't have time to heal. So that was super frustrating because it was a really easy boss otherwise.
Yeah.
And then the final boss had kind of a similar problem towards the end, and it was just kind of very gimmicky and frustrating. So like I beat the game and I was like, man, F this game, dude. I'm so done. Like 6 out of 10. And then later that day I was like, all right, I might get back 100%. So I was at like 70% at this point, and I just need to get all the shard. I don't even know what they're called. The spirits, which are like the crests in Hollow Knight.
Okay. Yeah.
So I got those, got all the weapons, did all the side quests.
You go from F this game to
I really did
100% it. But was there any more boss fights after that though? It was just,
that's the thing, is there was no more combat really.
Gotcha.
And that's kind of what I realized, is like I love the traversal in the game, love the platforming. Don't really like the combat. And like even on some of the voids, which are like the platforming levels that you go into.
Yeah.
Like even the harder ones I really loved, because you could go through and kind of find your own path through each level. Like after I'd gotten the triple jump and the double dash, like I could just freaking fly through a level.
Yeah.
And it was really fun once you get to that point. But it's really just frustrating to get there. Just going through all the boss fights and the combat, and a lot of the enemies are just like so kind of poorly designed.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at 98.7% completion right now.
Oh gosh.
And I think the last bit I have to like grind and get some currency so I can buy this pouch, which allows me to have more currency.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if I want to go through the whole rigmarole of grinding just to 100% it, but like at the beginning of this week, I was like, this game is a 6 out of 10. It's bad. You know, the bosses are bad. The crashing is terrible. And by the end of the week, I was like, this game's pretty good. It's like it's an 8 out of 10. You know,
it's funny because like when I get mad at games, like Brittany will make fun of me because like I'll be in there, I'm just like this. I was like this level is poorly designed. Like I don't know what the hell the developers were thinking. Like did they even play this? And I'm just like mumbling and going off and just like pissed or whatever. And then she like walks by like all slowly and was like, the developers did what? I'm like, get out of my face.
I did the same. I was getting more frustrated because I was trying to beat the final boss before bed.
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst. When you're just like, I'm so tired, I'm ready to go to bed, but I can't go to bed with this
on my mind.
over my head.
And I couldn't beat it. And I was laying in bed and like I lost to it the last time before I went to bed. And I kind of like threw my Switch down. I was like, man, fuck this. And Alicia looked over and she was like, are you okay? Like, do you need
it's that serious? Yes,
I think we need. Is it that serious? I was like, you don't understand. Yes, it's that serious. And like I was just kind of going off. I was like, this is the worst final boss I've ever fought in my entire life. This game is so bad. And then I woke up the next morning and beat it like second try.
Of course, yeah. That's how I was with like that stupid Mario level at the end of Odyssey, like the really long level. And like I tried 30 times and just could not beat it. And then went to bed, woke up like the next morning at like 9 o'clock, and then beat
Fired it back up.
Like second try. I was like, oh my god!
I beat it while boiling an egg.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck, man?
But yeah, so that's my story with Blue Fire. I don't know if I'm going to go back, but it was a great 15 hours that I spent. So
cool.
Yeah, shout out to the developers.
Your boss fights suck, but your gameplay is good.
Yeah, Alicia was just like, man, hey, making a game is hard, okay? And I was like, yeah, but you can't make it crash all the time.
Yeah,
it just makes it more frustrating.
Exactly. Are you ready to jump into the news real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Remind me, the CD Projekt Red hack. I remember hearing about this, but kind of forgotten.
So they can't catch a break. Basically, someone installed ransomware on their server or whatever, and said, basically, if you don't pay this amount of money, we're going to start auctioning off the source code for your games.
Oh my gosh.
So they didn't pay. So they auctioned off the source code for Cyberpunk and Witcher.
Yeah.
Which, like, I don't know what you can do with source code. Like, if you got caught using it, you would be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. That is correct.
And it's not like people could, definitively rip off your game. But yeah, that's what happened. They auctioned off their source code. I don't know what the current state of their hack is, but I think they got all of their access to all of their financial information and accounting information. So they pretty much have everything. And I don't know if it's I don't know if they have it locked down so that CD Projekt Red can't access it, or if they just have the information and told CD Projekt Red that they've been hacked and they have everything.
Yeah.
But I think they might have completely locked down their servers and everything like that.
Yeah, they can't catch a break, man.
Dude, yeah, they're just under fire from everybody. Like this is not a good look. I mean, getting hacked is really easy. All it takes is one employee to open up a bad email.
Yeah.
But that just sucks, man. Like, I feel like at their core, like CD Projekt Red, like they're good developers and they at least had a good mindset throughout, their Witcher phase.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
kind of sucks to see this happening.
Yeah, just poor management.
Yeah.
Down to sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, cybersecurity is super important, and I feel like people are, it's one of those things where you don't think about it until it happens to you, and you're like, this is like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Like no one wants to get hacked,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, especially when you're, and you just put out a game that's not great,
Yeah, exactly. On some more brighter news, Pedro Pascal got casted as Joel in the Last of Us TV show that's coming out. If anybody doesn't know, he played on like Game of Thrones, but he's also the freaking Mandalorian himself. So I'm super excited for this. And like he like if someone did like a side by side compare, he kind of looks like him. So
he does. Yeah,
I thought it was a pretty I thought it was a pretty good casting choice. So
I read on Twitter that this is going to be his second show where he's escorting a child around.
yeah, pretty much. So yeah, I mean, like I'm definitely pretty happy with that casting choice for sure, and optimistically
cautiously
optimistic about the show, because I mean it's a video game thing, right? And most video game stuff is pretty terrible for the most part.
Pretty good. I mean, this is gonna be HBO.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty good.
Between this and Resident Evil movie that's coming out later this year, I think September. Like
the Netflix TV show, whatever.
Oh, is it a TV show?
Well, there's an animated or CGI Resident Evil one coming out with Leon, and then they're doing the live action one, which I think takes place like in the future and past of Raccoon City. Like it takes place, I think it has like to do with Wesker's children or something like that. But it's got Leon and Claire and kind of everybody you expect to be in there. So yeah, that sounds cool too.
Because have you ever seen the show Upload?
Upload?
Oh, it's a good show. You should watch. It's on Amazon Prime. But the guy from that is playing Chris.
Okay.
Chris Redfield. And he looks pretty similar to him. Cool. I think it's a pretty good casting overall.
So. Oh, did you see that Attack of the Show is coming back from the old show from G4? It's going to have like Adam Sessler, and then the other lady, I can't remember her name. I think the redheaded lady. I better brain fart. But yeah, that show's coming back.
Nice.
I don't know what network it's coming on. But yeah, I'm super excited. I mean, G4 back in the day was like, the internet was definitely around, but that was like the only kind of like video game show we had. I mean, it was like that, and like Ninja Warrior was on there and stuff like that. So
is that when they streamed E3 as well?
Yeah, they did a lot of E3 stuff there as well too.
Because I remember watching E3 on G4, I think.
Yeah, it's like back when we were at the beach and stuff. They'd always have like E3. But yeah, that was I'm excited to see that come back. That was a pretty cool show.
Oh, that's awesome.
In other casting news, we've Jack Black is going to be the voice of Claptrap in the Borderlands movie.
Why not?
Which is okay. I mean, I like Jack Black, so I'm sure he can do his own version. A lot of people were like, "Well, why didn't they just get the original Claptrap actor?" But he had a falling off with Gearbox, and I think they didn't pay him or something. Something weird happened, and he got shafted or whatever, a lot of money that he was supposed to be due. But
Randy Pitchford.
Yeah, that guy is
his enemy.
He's another
creep.
Yeah, he's a weirdo. But Kevin Hart is playing Roland in the Borderlands movie as well. So
this is a really weird casting choice because it's kind of like a stoic, kind of manlier, kind of. I don't know. Kevin Hart's just a weird choice.
Yeah, he's a larger kind of buffer character that I remember, right? Roland's from the first game, right?
Yeah, first, and I think he's in the second. And
yeah, which I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not really into Borderlands like that, anyways, and just So I'm not excited for this. I think this movie is probably going to suck big
I think so
nuts,
too.
but
But they're getting a lot of big actors.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure The Rock is going to come on at some point because The Rock and Kevin Hart and Jack Black too with the Jumanji movie.
He could
So
play. Oh God, what's like the really buff big
the
guy?
assault guy and or no, is he the assault guy in Borderlands 1?
He's the
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 assault class?
brawler.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're
Roland
talking
is the
about.
salt guy.
Okay. Yeah, that I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be super weird. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine this being a live action movie.
They also have. Oh, what is her name? I have to look it up. I think she's from like the Underworld movies. The main character. Borderland
Colleen.
movie casting. Gosh, what is her name? Okay, here we go. Oh, there's been a movie called Borderland video game movie casting. Apparently there's been a Borderland movie already.
That's tough.
Let's see. Kate Blanchett. I don't know if she's from. What is she from? Is she? I thought she was from the Underworld movies.
I think she might have been.
Maybe I'm.
Yeah, Kate. She's an Oscar winner. Oh, she's playing Lilith.
Yeah, Lilith. Yeah.
Okay.
No, she is not from.
Kevin's playing Roland. And then there are 2 characters left.
Oh, she's from like the Lord of the Rings movie. She plays like the elf witch. Okay.
Wait, from Lost?
No, from the Lord of the Rings movie. She plays like the elf witch.
Okay.
Let's see what else. She's been in a lot of stuff. The Hobbit, yeah, obviously.
Okay, there's also Brick.
Yeah,
Brick is the berserker's name.
Brick. Okay. Yeah, I mean Brick, Rock. I mean, come on.
And then Mordecai is the hunter.
Mordecai. Okay.
I think they've
Orlando Bloom, I think, is playing. No, he's not playing that.
You're joking.
No, I saw under trending. Let's see. Yeah, it's very a weird cast. A lot of like you said, a lot of like pretty profound actors.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'm excited for whatever this,
Jamie Lee Curtis is in it.
That's right. Yeah, she plays Tannis, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe this is gonna have a lot of. I'm sure it's gonna be a big budget movie. So
maybe it's gonna be like a fun movie.
Yeah. It'd probably be like some stupid,
good
kind of,
but fun.
Yeah. So who knows? Yeah, Jamie. Yeah, she's Tannis. So who knows? Who knows? It might be okay. It might be like a fun like action popcorn style movie or whatever. So who knows?
I just want to see The Rock as Brick. I think
that'd be hilarious.
That's pretty good.
And then you want to read the last one, Nick?
Yeah. So Crash 4 is it's coming to Switch on March 12th, which is really soon.
Yeah. Did you ever play Crash 4?
No, I haven't played any of the Crash games.
I need to play. Me and Brittany need to play the Crash game, the remaster, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
it looks pretty good. This is like the classic Activision move of bringing a Switch game or bringing
a year later.
Yeah,
I think this one came out in like September. Crash 4 did.
It's
so
not a year, but it's pretty
classic Activision.
I'm sure we'll see Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 on Switch.
Yeah, like there's no reason that couldn't come on the Switch, but like you said, it's just kind of their
It's smart. Like it gets people to double dip, but it's kind of skeevy at the same time.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Maybe it's just a lot more work to get a game on the Switch, to kind of downgrade it enough. But yeah, Crash 4. I mean, looks pretty good.
Yeah. I feel like we should definitely be keeping our eyes and ears peeled this week for maybe a possible Nintendo Direct. Something I'm thinking Thursday is probably like it might be.
I'm thinking tomorrow.
But don't they usually like announce that they're going to do one, or unless they're going to stealth drop a a direct on us?
If they announced it, they would do it Tuesday. They would announce it Tuesday or Wednesday, and then then they would have on Thursday.
So what do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be like the official Zelda 35th anniversary details, or do you think it's going to be like, because it's been since 2019 since we've had a proper direct, a full direct?
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm trying to envision it in my mind.
I don't even know. I don't even know what a direct is anymore. Like we've had so many partner directs and like mini directs that
like part of me doesn't think they would do like a Zelda themed direct until after Mario's 35th anniversary is over at the end of March.
But it's also over. I mean, we've got Bowser's Fury, and we've got until, I mean, the only thing that's left is just like at the end of March is when they won't be selling through the collection anymore.
So
and Mario 35 will go away. Yeah. So
I don't know. Like they need to get people excited because the next game they have coming out is Bravely Default 2, and then Pokemon Snap in April. But that's like really it.
Yeah, which I really hope they do like I'm sure they will, like a proper direct for that too, just to kind of
for Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, because I mean, like I want to know what, I mean, because it's gonna be a $60 game, so I want to make sure that it's like pretty lengthy too.
Yeah, so you can take a lot of pictures.
Oh, I'm sure. But yeah, look forward. I hope it comes out. I can't wait. I'm super excited. I almost just want like a regular or
just a general direct.
A general direct, but obviously, the 35th anniversary of Zelda, I'm definitely looking forward to, because I want to know what they're gonna do, because there's just so much speculation out right now about what's going to be in the collection. Are they going to do a collection? Are they going to do a remaster of Skyward Sword? Are they going to do a 2D game?
Like, are they going to bring over? I mean, they're obviously going to bring over Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, but are they going to bring them together?
Are they going to do like a proper like collection of those two games from the Wii U, and then bring over, maybe do like a add N64 games to the eShop or something, or part of the subscription plan?
Well, I don't know.
Or are they going to bring Zelda 3DS to the Switch? I mean, there's just so many options. What are they going to do?
Link Between Worlds?
No, like the Ocarina of Time, like 3D, and like Majora's Mask. Are they going to bring those to the Switch? Upscale them, maybe?
That'd be good. I mean, I really want to see like, and they're probably not going to do this, but just like a fully redone Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. But that's too much work, and we know that they can sell the 64 version for $60 and sell 5.7 million copies.
Yeah.
In fiscal year.
Yeah, I don't think if they were to do a remake, I think they would do Ocarina of Time and then not do Majora's Mask. I don't think they would both do the same together. Just because if they do a remake of Ocarina of Time, that's going to be a full-on $60 game. They're going to do that. So, but either way, I'm excited to I'm excited for whatever they have in store, hopefully this week. But we've waited so long that it's just whatever. Just stealth release it, baby.
We've played a lot of Mario this year. I mean, pretty much every 3D Mario game, aside from Galaxy 2 RP. And I'm ready to play a lot of Zelda this year.
Yeah, I would love to. I would love to revisit. I would love to I would just love maybe a Skyward Sword remaster and be able to actually play that. I mean, because I started playing on the Wii U, but then I wasn't super into it because just motion controls are poo-poo.
The waggle.
Yeah, the waggle. And I was like, if they're going to redo this, I'd rather just play this properly. Man, I can't talk today. Properly, like in full like HD-ish. I mean, it's a Switch. That's whatever. But and hopefully they redo the controls. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. They probably still have like motion controls or gyro controls in some capacity, but
which is fine. I'd much rather use the motion control and the pro controller versus like the Wiimote. So
yeah, but Nintendo is the best at slightly disappointing ports and remakes. So I think we'll have some.
I mean, hopefully they're on the up and up with 3D World. I mean, adding that expansion to it was definitely a huge plus and value to people that have already purchased it on the Wii U. So they're not necessarily like yourself, not feeling so bad that they're double dipping.
Yeah.
It gives a little bit more incentive to double dip. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens this week and in the future for Nintendo.
We're gonna come back next week and we're gonna have had the biggest direct in all of time.
And they're gonna release like
a
Nintendo Switch, like Zelda theme. I already told Brittany, I was like, if they do it, I'm getting it. I'm gonna get it. You can have my Switch. You can have it. Ugh.
Man.
But yeah, that is going to wrap up the show this week, guys. Appreciate everyone that's been listening to the show, watched live, all that good stuff.
Closet.
Yeah, I'm sure you're ready to get out of it. Well, are you gonna still be at work? You going back to work?
Yeah, I'm going back to work.
Okay. But yeah, just a little bit. But yeah, appreciate everyone watching and follow us on Nick. Where can they follow us on Twitter at?
They can follow us at Gaming WT Bros on Twitter. We got a lot of discussion on there. Talk about a lot of news on a daily basis. So
yeah. We usually do a couple questions of the week and love to hear you guys' responses and stuff like that. And if you ever want to email us, you can email us at gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com. And same kind of thing if you want to, just ask us questions. Doesn't even have to be game related, just general questions and stuff. We'd love to answer those. And that is going to conclude the show. We'll see y'all next week.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.